Today I just want to demonstrate like how to use jiu-jitsu in a way where I don't have to use strength, and like why jiu-jitsu is important to learn, because if you learn how to like stand up with good technique, then like it's going to be really hard to just use strength without technique to hold you down. Once you're battling technique with technique, it's a different story. But let's look at the side mount real quick. And I'm just using my arms like a lot of people try to do, like hold me nice and tight. If I just use strength, I can try all day to push, but I'm just going to be here burning a lot of energy. So a lot of times you have to think about relaxing and using jiu-jitsu, like the knowledge of jiu-jitsu to like win your fight for you. So basically, I want you to like be in this position with your partner, and at first, your partner is going to hold you nice and tight so that I can test his, hold me nice and tight still, so I can test his strength and make sure that he's holding me nice, like he's putting a good squeeze on me. Okay, so then I'm going to use this arm in his neck to keep this somewhat of a frame on me, in front of his shoulder, like this hand in front of his shoulder, and then my elbow going in front of his neck so that the blade of my arm is running into his windpipe. While I have a little bit of space, if I have any at all, it's going to be right here, like at his hip. So even if he has, put your knee up towards my armpit. Yes, this is like someone that's like is really being tight is going to do this, and so I won't have much access. So sometimes it takes me getting my elbow inside kind of like this to making sure I have this little space over here by his hips. And then I'm going to take my hand and I'm going to put it into my pocket. So let's turn this way. My hand right here is going to find its way so that my elbow can sneak in, and then my hand can follow, and I'm going to put it right here by my pocket. And then I'm going to start turning away from Mike, and instead of moving him, I'm just moving my body. And in turn, look how it's like pushing him away. Oftentimes, they're going to start like putting their chest onto my shoulder to make the position tight again. In that moment, I have the opportunity to start building my base. Start turning this way. To this position like we were in before. Now, it kind of looks like he might be able to get to my back from here, but if I have the front of my shoulder in front of his chest, like I have it right in front of his pec, right here, my shoulder, he won't be able to take my back as long as I keep that alignment. So it's kind of like I have to feel this battle and follow where he's trying to push me down, because if he rips me down, if he puts his shoulder all the way in front of my shoulder and rips me down, it's going to put me right back here. Or if he gets behind my shoulder, then he can start taking my back. Exactly. So you have to really feel that like my shoulder blade is poking into his armpit, and if he tries to move back or forward, like I have to follow him with my shoulder. So I'm using my base of like my hand and my feet to just move around and be mobile with him. So like without Mike doing it on me, I'm gonna be here, put my hand in my pocket, and just start turning away and trying to flare my elbow so I can get up. As it stands right here, once I start moving, his weight's gonna go above me like it did, and he's gonna go to correct it. When he goes to correct his weight and come back to put his like either back, his chest on my back to start taking my back, I have an opportunity to like scoot my hips out a little bit and put my shoulder right in front of his chest. So right here, boom. I can't use my hands, guys, so I need to put my hand in my pocket and start rolling this way. See how he's rolling like kind of like over me now. He's gonna feel like he's losing the position. So as he feels like he's losing the position, he's gonna go to adjust. Once he adjusts is my opportunity to get to my hand. And now I just keep my shoulder in front of him and scoot my hips away so that I can either get to a better guard, or as I'm put some pressure into me. Yep. As he's trying to put pressure is like when I start standing up and using the stand up and base technique. And then when I stand up, if I'd rather like get to a position where I can be athletic, stand all the way up, and if I want to play guard, choose to play guard again. But I don't want to be like put back into the guard. What I mean by that is like, if I'm here and like I do the technique and I start rolling and he starts putting my my back to the ground again, and I'm just scooting away and I scoot back into like a half guard like this. It's not like It's not like a bunch of effective jiu-jitsu that I did. It's like I did just enough to like recover my guard a little bit, which is like never gonna feel good. So I'd prefer always to like get to a really athletic position, use my ability to stand up, and now if I want to pull guard, like I can pull guard again and like start being effective. But it's like more on my terms. So that's kind of what I want you guys to understand. So basically right now we're just gonna feel like what pushing the person off you is like when they're like holding you nice and tight with a head and arm. That's not gonna work 9 times out of 10 if someone's like especially bigger and stronger than you. So then you're gonna put your hand in your pocket. You're gonna roll away and open your elbow so you can get up like this. Now, as they go to correct the position, you're just gonna scoot your shoulder in front of them. So like from here, they're gonna be like here, so they're kind of like still collapsing your back, your chest to the ground. But once they go to correct, you're gonna have a second to correct that and pull your hips. See how my hips are like doing that little shrimp? It's gonna put my shoulder right in front of them so they're like perpendicular. And now they're going into the structure of my skeleton as opposed to like collapsing me one way or the other. And then if you do it properly, you'll be able to stand all the way up. So let's give it a shot. 1, 2.